Welcome, everyone. It's great to have you. Welcome into our space. I'm Lisa. I'm hosting the call today. Thrilled to be with you. Let's see who we've got coming in. Oh, we've got some new people. And I want to just encourage you in your sign in, if you can put a V if you are a venture, an A if you're an activator, and a G if you're a guest joining us for the first time. Hi, Talia, a new activator, looking forward to learning more. Me too. You're in the right place. Shireen's joining us from Los Angeles. Melissa Lloyd, Melissa, welcome. Melissa from Doodle Lovely. I'm so glad you're here. We've got Julia Donna from Toronto. Thanks, everybody. Welcome in. Wonderful. So I want to just really welcome everybody. And if, again, you can just pop in what SheEO means to you in the chat and where you're joining us from. For me, SheEO, I've been an activator for 2 years. I'm about to celebrate my 2-year anniversary. And for me, SheEO has been a place of belonging, of learning, of unlearning, I think even more importantly, and just an incredible place to celebrate one another, to amplify each other's voices and to create more equitable systems together. We've got Arden celebrating 6 months. Oh, it's just great to be with you. Shannon, founder of Premier Image. And so as we open this space, I would love to pass the opening of our meeting over to Julia Rubin for a land acknowledgement. Julia, thank you.
Welcome, everyone. Hello, we want to start our virtual global community gathering today by acknowledging the traditional custodians and territories on which we gather, wherever that might be. Some of you have started to share that in the chat. Continue to do that if you haven't yet. I'm located in Tikaranto, the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, the Mississaugas of the Credit, and the Chippewa, also known as Treaty 13 land, and the treaty known as the Dish with One Spoon. And for those of you that's new language for and hearing that for the first time, under the Dish with One Spoon wampum, we are invited to share and protect the land under this agreement, ensuring respect and friendship through community. And with that, I extend that friendship to all of us gathered here in our global SheEO community. Have fun today. We're excited. We're excited to be here, meet new people, see old friends. So Lisa, back over to you to continue our call.
Thank you so much, Julia. And I just so appreciate your land acknowledgements. And so, why are we here? What's the objective? Why do we come together once a month? This is really an opportunity to meet our SheEO community and to really, for our guests to experience the SheEO magic and the opportunity to network. So these are public calls that happen once a month, and it's just really an opportunity for our activators to invite guests and for people that are new to SheEO to learn what it's all about. And so our format for today, we've got a great call lined up for you. We're going to be receiving some inspiration and from our Director of Systems and Emergent Strategy, Al Kahit. We're going to hear from Canadian activator Sarah Prisma Williston. We're then going to hear from Canadian venture Alicia Mcvetric from Rainstick. And then we're going to go into some breakout groups, which is one of my favorite parts of these calls, to connect with folks around SheEO programming and topics. And then we're going to come back to the main room for some reflections and to close. And so I'd love to now pass it over to Arden, who's going to play a short video before Danielle shares with us.
6 years ago, 500 women stepped in and followed the dream.
This is really a global network of change.
I want to build a legacy. You can't do that alone.
It gave us a vehicle to make the change that we wanted to see.
I found my people, right?
You had to be created as a community because all of those other systems failed. And so the honesty around how really hard it is has been refreshing and inspiring.
They are serious when they say that they are interested and invested wholly on the well-being of entrepreneurs who are literally taking care of the world's to-do list.
If you need something for your business, please ask for it. This is your space, this is your time.
It didn't feel like closed doors anymore. It just felt like the more I asked, the more doors would open.
We had the support we needed to finally believe in ourselves and grow.
I always knew that there was a different way to do business.
SHEO has put us on the radar. For the federal government now, we've just received over $500,000.
It's because of that group that I felt safe enough, that I felt strong enough to root down and to stand up and to ask for what I need.
We need your voices because our world is stuttering, and we need your wisdom and knowledge and your feistiness.
At SHEO, we often talk about how transforming systems start with transforming ourselves. And I do think that this work, this personal work that's often extremely uncomfortable, is really where we need to start.
And if you need a kick in the butt, dream it, design it, quit screwing around, and just do it.
We believe here at SHEO that everyone has something to give and contribute, no matter what age or stage you're at.
All of my dreams are coming true that I've been dreaming for a long, long time.
Wonderful. And we'll pass it over to Danielle.
Hello, everyone. My name is Danielle. I use she, her pronouns. I am an activator at SHEO and work on our systems and strategy. SHEO is a global community of women and non-binary folks activating their resources of capital, connections, and support to fund ventures working on what we call the world's to-do list, or the UN Sustainable Development Goals. Now, what started as an experiment of radical generosity has rippled out with impact beyond what we could have even imagined. With ventures working on 16 of the 17 SDGs, they impact a range of global intentions, like saving tons of plastic and waste from going to landfill, creating access to fundamental health and legal support services, all while providing equitable employment opportunities for the over 800 people they employ collectively. We've just released our 2021 impact report, which we're going to share in the chat for you to explore further. So first, a bit about the SHEO model for those of you who are new here. In our first year, 500 women, who we call activators, contributed $1,100 each, pooling $500,000 to select and fund our first 5 ventures to receive our gifts of capital. These take the form of a 0% interest loan paid back over 5 years. Now, as these ventures pay back that capital, it perpetually flows forward into a fund that cycles and grows to even more ventures in the years that follow. 7 years later, we've circulated nearly $8 million globally in capital across 5 regions that has gone to fund over 120 women and non-binary led businesses that are growing worldwide, like Rainstick, a venture you're going to hear from later in this call. They have a very unique product that recycles and cleans shower water to recirculate it back in a high-powered water and energy efficient manner, much like the way our community's regenerative capital is loaned, repaid, and flows forward. Now, beyond our ability to provide funding to these ventures is the personal transformation I get to witness every day in our community. You'll hear from my friend and fellow activator, Sarah, who has enthusiastically participated in this community and generously shares her gifts of creativity and connection to create safe spaces for others to find and express themselves. Now, I have been a part of so many communities searching for the place where I feel like I belong. And though our community is hundreds of individuals strong, this is one unlike any other I have experienced. Beyond the words I'm saying to you today are the feelings and the energy that I can tap into from all of the people I've met along this journey. We're at different ages, stages, industries, and backgrounds with a like-hearted generosity to co-create and provide hope for a better future. Our community is here to generate opportunities to return to that natural state of connectedness, vibrancy, and wholeness. I find myself floundering a lot during the last last few years, but joining this community has enabled me to flourish and find a renewed sense of hope. Being part of this community is simple. You come as you are on your own terms with an open heart. We gather together in many ways to unlearn destructive thinking and support impactful work through our ventures. We practice radical generosity towards ourselves and to one another. We have everything we need in this community: gifts of capital, connections, wisdom, and influence. We create the space for you to bring your whole self and all of those unique gifts. If you have something to give, we offer with the spirit of generosity, knowing that it will flow forward and return to you when you have an ask of your own. When I contribute my $92 a month, it activates an investment in my mindset and my own personal journey of transformation. We host weekly calls and opportunities to connect meaningfully with yourself and to learn and unlearn with others. We fund impactful ventures, working on the world's to-do list, and together we are co-creating a beautiful future for generations to come. I'm here to challenge the systems that tell us that we aren't enough and to create opportunities for others to trust and transform together. I've met with many other systems thinkers who want to spark conversations about where we go from here. And SheEO is a unique place where we bring systems thinking to practice with new models for funding, new ways for being in relationship with one another, and doing business differently. We exist to spark hope in the world that new ways of being and doing are possible today. Thanks for joining, everybody, and back to you, Lisa.
Danielle, thank you. That was incredible. You have just an amazing way with words. And I know for me in the past 2 years, my $92 has been the best investment in myself, and I've done many things. So thank you so much for sharing. And I'd love to now introduce you to Sarah Prisma Williston, who is a Canadian activator in the Shopify cohort. And I know you are going to love her infectious and incredible energy as much as we do. And I'll pass it over to you, Sarah.
Thanks, Lisa. So I'm a neurodivergent artist using she, they pronouns and living on the unceded and unsurrendered territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe Nation, also known as Ottawa. So I work to bring more color and joy and growth into the world through art, workshops, and creating safer spaces. I actually got into the Shopify and SheEO scholarship knowing more about the Shopify side of things than SheEO, but I had been recommended by a business course facilitator, and the discovery of SheEO has actually been very life-changing for me. It's consistently bringing new opportunities and connections into my life. Before I joined, I found that I had feelings like I had no support, like I was doing it alone. Like nobody in my life knew anything about entrepreneurship. It was hard to find feedback from business owners because it's hard to access their time. But within the SheEO network, I found that I have an empowering community around me. There's been lots of events that I get to meet inspiring business owners through, as well as the Ask and Give platform to give things to the community as well as receive from other people's gifts. I also have been attending lots of learning circles and gaining lots of knowledge through that, meeting up with people in my local area, which has been really cool. Lots of sharing of wisdom, talking to folks in different income brackets, which is really important to break that divide and equalize each other. So yeah, as a result, I feel like I've had access to valuable resources through the community, a sense of belonging for sure, and that my larger goals are worthy of pursuing, and that belief in myself has really increased. And I find that I've had a great opportunity being presented to me, that I've been encouraged to facilitate my first art event series within the community. And for me, that's been a pretty milestone moment, because through that, I'm able to get feedback on how it went, and it's really helped my confidence going forward. So yeah, I have daily gratitude for this community, and the radical generosity, especially around the knowledge sharing, is absolutely incredible. And I know I'm really excited to continue supporting other women and non-binaries in business and in life. And this network has definitely been, as I say, really life-changing. So thank you. Back to you, Lisa.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Sarah. Next, we are going to hear from Alicia Mcvetric. She is the founder of RainStick, which is a Wi-Fi driven recirculating shower that saves 80% energy and 80% of water, but it still has amazingly high pressure. And Alicia is a 2021 Canadian venture. So over to you, Alicia.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Yes, my name is Alicia, and I'm the co-founder of RainStick Shower, which is North America's first circular shower that saves 80% water and up to 80% energy, but flow rate is definitely part of the picture. So thanks so much for allowing me to speak. And my pronouns are she and her, and I have to say that SheEO has been absolutely instrumental to our ability to grow as a company. You know, I will say that I heard about SheEO a few years ago through some of my friends in my community and my connections, and I was really intrigued and excited about it, but I didn't think that RainStick would be a good fit. I didn't think that we would be selected as a venture. I didn't think that we were capable of going through this process. And so I ended up just going to one of these types of calls, and I ended up meeting people from around the world. And it was there that some of the folks, actually the SheEO community, that encouraged me to apply to become a venture. And so if anyone's in the same boat right now and is thinking maybe in the future they want to apply, what I want to say is you are enough, and you should absolutely do it. If you're nervous, if you feel like it's not going to be for you, there's a lot of folks that are here. And, you know, like, I think that sometimes I hear the same thing, you know, whether you're in entrepreneurship or you're a solo business founder of some sort, or you're working for a large company, you feel like you're on the outside. There's a lot of things that are going on in this world, but it seems like we're all feeling that way, but you are enough. You can do what you put your mind to. And, you know, I would say invest in community, invest in yourself, invest in the people that are around you in this community, because it really does. So I ended up going through the process. At the last minute, I ended up submitting an application, being super nervous about it. And then RainStick became a venture of RainStick of SheEO. And we went through the program last year, which was very exciting. I then became an activator because I was really blown away by the community. So I'm now an active activator. And I would say for myself, what has been super beneficial is getting in touch with the community, meeting the folks here, staying connected on the Slack channel. I would also say, I applied to the Shopify program that was through and ended up getting accepted. So that was through SheEO. We ended up raising last year. That was through the SheEO community. And ended up really getting connected with some potential buyers and stuff like that. So it's been absolutely a great investment in time. But more than that, it's been a great opportunity to just get to know people that are going through similar things that you are. So, you know, whatever you're working on, the challenges that you're going through right now, other people in this community have gone through the same thing. So remember that you're not alone. We're all here together, and excited for the session today.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Alicia, for sharing your experience with us. It's so inspiring. And so this is one of my favorite parts, other than hearing from all of our amazing speakers so far, of course. But at SheEO, we really believe strongly that our work is best done in relationship with each other. And so when we're together in small groups, we get to know each other, we get to learn, we get to connect, and we get to grow together. And so in a moment, you're going to see 5 breakout room options. And we're going to ask that you choose whichever one you feel the most excited about. And so those rooms are CEO One-on-One. So this is a great place for folks who are here for the very first time and who might have questions about CEO and the activator experience. Our second group is venture information. And so this is for all of us who are curious about the venture program, like Alicia has just described her experience. And CEO's Why is the other option with Danielle. And this is really for people that are looking to dive deeper into why we're here and what moves us, what really speaks to us. And then we're offering two special Ask Give groups to practice our model of radical generosity, which is so core to our CEO experience. So we want you to join us in a room to help resource or get resourced in the community. And we'll do some great modeling of that. You know, it's something that I've been practicing and really learning from myself. We're really encouraged to share what's blocking us from doing our best work and what we need help with. And we also get to support others with their asks. So it's actually a really beautiful experience. And if you don't have something specific to share, that's absolutely fine as well. Just come and meet the other people who are ready to share about their work. So in all of the rooms, you're going to feel free to just share a bit about yourself, about what CEO means to you. There's going to be a facilitator in each group. And we're going to be encouraging you to come back with a 3-word summary, something that you come up together that really summarizes your conversations, and to elect somebody to share it in the chat. And of course, if you have any questions, any issues coming out of your breakout room, just drop them in the chat and there will be somebody ready and available to help you. And so I'm going to pass it over to Arden to work our magic and get us all connected. Wonderful. Welcome back, everyone. How is your experience in your breakout rooms? I would love to invite you to pop in the chat your 3-word summary. And I'm just going to fess up. We were having such an incredible time in our group that I lost sight of the time. But the themes that I heard, the words that really came out were reinvention, belonging, and just global reach. And I want to just invite you to pop your 3-word summary. What did you take away? What was your experience within your breakout room? So Donna's showing uplifting, inspirational, community. Nina, amazing, empowering, belonging. Motivated, excited, relief coming from Jolene's group. Stephanie is connection, shared values, and impact. Yes. Arden is reinvention, belonging, and global reach. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Arden. And Isabella, motivated, energetic, and hopeful. And Jacqueline, inviting, learning, and connecting. And Emily shared that it was really about being creative, grounding, and authentic from her group. Wow. Wow. Oh, I'm just thrilled. And what I'd love to do right now, Melissa, open learning and safe space. Yeah, take the opportunity to drop your contact details into the chat if you'd like to connect with any of the incredible people on the call today. And I'm going to hand it over to Janaki for our next piece.
I'm going to hand it over to Danielle.
Thank you, Lisa. I hope you all had some very inspiring conversations. As I like to say, we get deep very quickly. I have had so many breakouts where I've met people for the first time and it feels like I've known them for years. And that was certainly true in my breakout. And if you experienced community and belonging and all of these inspiring words that were dropped in the chat, we'd love for everybody here to be invited to activate with us. We're going to drop a couple of links for you to learn more about what it is to be an activator. And it's super simple. We have 2 options. You can join for $92 a month or $1,100 for a single year. And as soon as you activate, you'll be signed up to join all of our global community calls every week. You'll be invited to a welcome call. We host these every month. Or you can do a one-on-one coffee chat with one of our activators. We have a coffee chat circle where you can learn about CEO and everyone else's experience here so far. You'll get welcomed in, you'll be part of the community. We have a vibrant Slack channel where you can connect in between and learn more about everybody globally. And then at some point in the year, all of our activators get to vote. We trust the intuition of all of the activators to select the ventures we fund and support as a community. And year round, you'll learn more about them and support them through deep dives in order to co-create the change we need in the world. So there's so many things that you can get involved in. As we know, it can be very, very overwhelming, but we invite you to participate and activate on your own terms. So we welcome you, and we hope that you had a great time at our event. I'm going to pass it over to Arden for our next steps.
Hi, thanks, Danielle. I'm going to take my spotlight off. I'm going to launch a poll. We're just curious to know if folks have met people that they're interested in staying in touch with, or if they're looking to get more involved or have someone reach out to them after the event. So I'm launching that poll now. And while folks are filling that out, there I successfully, we love to take a screenshot of all of our participants. So if you're comfortable, you can come off camera. If not, no worries. And on the count of 3, let's see visually your enthusiasm for being here today. And I'll take a screenshot, and I have 2 screens worth of callers. So we'll do 1, 2, 3. And second screen, 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Close that poll. Okay, and then the last thing that we would love for you is to share any reflections that you have on the call today. As Lisa was saying, we do have these calls every month, and our goal is to really get people excited about SheEO, but also to get folks to really experience and engage and feel connected to the community and learn what we have to offer. And so filling out this feedback form will really help us to get a sense of what you're taking away, and also to help us design an event that's really fulfilling for you if you want to come back next month as well. And yeah, that's it for us for today. We're finishing 6 minutes early. I guess I'll pass it. Yeah, sorry, Lisa has one more thing. I'm so sorry. I'll pass it back to Lisa.
No problem at all. I just want to thank each and every one of you for being here today, for showing up as your whole selves, for your generous sharing. We always post a summary of our calls on LinkedIn. So I want to invite you to look out for that, to tag your friends, and to really just really invite you to check out SheEO and our posts, and just to continue catalyzing and uplifting the voices of the incredible people that you've met today, sharing your great work. And of course, I would love to see you all again. So as an activator, I've shared a little bit about how being part of this community has really changed my life on the last 2 years. And so I'd love to see you back again. So I really want to encourage you to become part of the community and to keep showing up here with us. So we're 5 minutes ahead of time. You get the gift of a quick break if you've got a 4 o'clock call that you've got to jump on, or wherever you are in the world. And I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart so much for joining and making my first hosting experience so much fun and just so pleasurable. So thanks, everyone. I feel like we need music, but I won't sing.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.